The expansion of the FIFA World Cup to a massive 48-team format was supposed to make qualification easier than ever for the world's elite footballing powers. However, the road to the tournament across the United States, Mexico, and Canada proved to be a brutal gauntlet that spared no one. From shocking penalty shootout heartbreaks to total qualification collapses, several traditional heavyweights and star-studded squads failed to punch their tickets. For these proud footballing countries, missing out on history means watching from the sidelines as the largest tournament ever takes place without them. Here are the top 10 nations that shockingly failed to qualify for the World Cup. Number 10, Wales. The post-Gareth Bale era has officially plunged Wales into a difficult period of transition, culminating in a heartbreaking failure to reach the tournament. After tasting the brilliance of tournament football in recent years, the Dragons found themselves struggling to replicate that same clinical edge without their talismanic leader. Their qualifying journey ultimately pushed them into the high-stakes pressure cooker of the European playoffs. Facing Bosnia and Herzegovina in a tense knockout match, Wales fought valiantly, but simply could not find a way to break the deadlock or secure a decisive advantage in open play. As the match ground out to a dramatic penalty shootout, the pressure mounted, and the Welsh players blinked first. The agonizing defeat from the penalty spot put an end to their hopes, leaving a passionate fan base to wonder how the team will rebuild its identity for future campaigns. Number 9, Hungary. Led by their charismatic captain, Dominik Szoboszlai, Hungary entered the European qualifiers with massive expectations and a squad capable of disrupting any elite side. The Magyars have built a reputation as a dangerous, highly disciplined team, making their sudden absence from the tournament layout a true disappointment for neutral fans. Their campaign was defined by fine margins, but the ultimate fatal blow came during a crucial encounter against the Republic of Ireland. In a match that hung in the balance until the very final moments, a dramatic 90th-minute Irish comeback stunned the Hungarian side, snatching away vital points. That late collapse shattered Szoboszlai's dream of leading his nation on the global stage. Hungary's failure to cross the finish line serves as a stark reminder of how unforgiving international football can be, where a single minute of lost concentration can ruin years of preparation. Number 8, Serbia. Boasting a squad loaded with top-tier talent playing across Europe's finest domestic leagues, Serbia was widely expected to cruise through qualification or at least secure a playoff safety net. Instead, their campaign turned into an absolute disaster, characterized by inconsistent performances, tactical rigidity, and a surprising lack of team chemistry when it mattered most. Despite having elite attackers and physical midfielders capable of dominating matches, the team repeatedly dropped crucial points against lower-ranked opponents. The internal frustration grew as the team failed to build any real momentum, ultimately finishing well outside the qualifying spots. Shockingly, this star-studded roster could not even rescue their campaign by reaching the playoff round. Serbia's complete qualification collapse stands out as one of the most glaring examples of individual star power failing to translate into a cohesive, successful collective unit. Number 7, Cameroon. For decades, Cameroon has been universally recognized as one of the most feared, charismatic, and historically significant soccer nations on the African continent. The indomitable Lions have provided endless iconic tournament moments, making their failure to qualify a massive disappointment for global football culture. The team has been mired in a steady sporting crisis, and their qualifying campaign exposed deep structural vulnerabilities within the squad. Pushed to the absolute limit in the grueling CAF qualification semifinals, Cameroon lacked the defensive stability and clinical finishing required to advance. They were ultimately knocked out in devastating fashion, confirming that the glory days of the past have given way to a challenging present. Missing out on this tournament means Cameroon will face an intense period of self-reflection as they attempt to restructure their federation and restore the national team to its former status. Number 6, Costa Rica. Costa Rica has spent the last 2 decades operating as one of the most consistent, stubborn, and competitive forces within the CONCACAF region. Fans worldwide will forever remember their legendary 2014 run to the quarterfinals, which established their reputation as ultimate giant killers. However, the aging squad finally caught up with them during this cycle, under the leadership of head coach Miguel Herrera. The Ticos looked a shadow of their former organized selves, struggling to transition away from their older golden generation while failing to integrate impact youth talent. The resulting failure to qualify leaves a massive void in the regional representation and signals the definitive end of an era, forcing Costa Rica to completely rebuild from scratch. Number 5. Chile. The deep sporting crisis engulfing Chilean football hit rock bottom during the South American qualifiers, leaving La Roja completely on the outside looking in. This collapse feels incredibly severe when contrasted with the historic achievements of their golden generation, which secured back-to-back Copa America titles in 2015 and 2016. Fast forward to this qualifying cycle, and Chile looked entirely uncompetitive, shockingly finishing dead last in the grueling CONMEBOL standings. The legendary core of aging stars simply could not keep pace with the high-intensity, youth-driven transformations of their continental rivals. Unable to win key fixtures and leaking goals at an alarming rate, Chile's qualification bid ended with a whimper rather than a fight. With iconic players facing imminent retirement and a lack of elite youth prospects emerging, the future looks incredibly bleak for this proud footballing nation. Number 4. Nigeria. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will shockingly miss out on the tournament after a highly dramatic and intensely controversial elimination in the African playoffs. Nigeria has been a regular, vibrantly celebrated participant on the global stage since 1994, universally loved for their explosive pace, attacking flair, and iconic jerseys. However, their path was blocked by a relentless DR Congo side in a multi-leg playoff series that captivated the continent. The exit was compounded by intense drama and media storms surrounding alleged internal squad disruptions and controversies within the Nigerian camp. On the pitch, the team failed to find the necessary tactical cohesion, failing to qualify on penalties for the second consecutive tournament cycle. The absence of Nigeria's star-studded front line represents a massive loss of color, energy, and elite talent for the upcoming tournament. Number 3. Poland. Poland's qualification failure marks a deeply tragic chapter in their modern sporting history, as it seemingly closes the curtain on an era. The legendary Robert Lewandowski was seen in tears as Poland's tournament dreams were completely crushed in a brutal European playoff final against Sweden. The decisive blow came in agonizing fashion when an 88th-minute goal from Sweden's Viktor Gyökeres broke Polish hearts and sealed their fate. Poland has a rich history, including third-place finishes in the 1970s and 1980s, but this modern squad relied far too heavily on Lewandowski's brilliance. When Sweden successfully neutralized the star striker, the rest of the Polish team lacked the creative answers to fight back. Failing to qualify means soccer fans will likely be denied one final global appearance from one of the greatest strikers of this generation. Number 2. Denmark. From their fairy tale Euro 1992 triumph to their consistently entertaining modern teams, Denmark has always been a beloved fixture in international football. That history made their sudden qualification exit one of the most shocking storylines of the European brackets. The Danes played some spectacular football throughout the group stages, but were consistently haunted by an inability to finish off resilient opponents. Forced into the unpredictable lottery of a penalty shootout during a critical playoff match, Denmark's usual composure deserted them entirely. The heartbreaking penalty exit left players and fans completely stunned, cutting short a campaign that many believed would easily result in qualification. Denmark's failure proves that even the most structured and technically sound European sides can be brought down by the ruthless, single elimination nature of international qualification. Number 1. Italy. The absolute biggest and most painful absence heading into the tournament is, without question, the four-time world champions, Italy. The Azzurri have accomplished the almost unimaginable and deeply tragic feat of missing out on a third consecutive tournament cycle. For a nation with such a decorated history, Watching the tournament from home has shifted from a shock to an ongoing national soccer crisis. The absence of these 10 iconic footballing nations will undoubtedly alter the landscape and atmosphere of the upcoming tournament. While the expanded format has opened doors for exciting debutants, the historic weight, legendary players, and passionate fan bases of these missing giants will be deeply missed. Which of these qualification failures surprised you the most? And do you think Italy can ever recover from this historic slump? Join the conversation in the comments below, share this video with your fellow football fans, and subscribe for more deep dives into the beautiful game.